Argentina have arrived at the World Cup.
Messi flying forward. Lionel Messi! From range, big deflection, guided home. Messi!
Sure, they may not look as terrifying this time around, nor do they boast the same depth as other favourites like Spain or France. But underestimate them at your own peril. This team is far more dangerous than you think. This is why. 3.5 years ago, Messi finally did the unthinkable. He literally completed football by leading Argentina to World Cup glory in 2022. Their first since Diego Maradona's iconic triumph in 1986, Messi captured the one prize that had eluded him for so long. For everyone but Ronaldo fans, it felt like justice. For Argentina, it was destiny fulfilled. And for Messi, it was the perfect finishing touch on a career that may never be emulated. He was magnificent in Qatar. 7 goals in 7 games, including 2 in that thrilling final that gave all of us more than a few heart attacks, as well as 3 memorable assists. The Golden Ball award as the player of the tournament was inevitable. He wasn't just the Albicelestes talisman, he was their emotional compass, a leader in every sense. But to call that 2022 side a one-man team would be a disgrace. Julian Alvarez, Alexis McAllister and Enzo Fernandez all properly announced themselves on the world stage, with the latter even claiming the Young Player of the Tournament award. Even among the Unks, Nicolas Otamendi turned back the clock at the heart of a fearsome backline, while Emiliano Martinez etched his name into World Cup folklore with his penalty shootout heroics and, more memorably, rage-baiting shenanigans. And even those who had statistically underwhelming tournaments, like Angel Di Maria and Lautaro Martinez, gave absolutely everything for the shirt and made vital contributions. Indeed, after that shock-opening defeat to Saudi Arabia, something had shifted. Standards sharpened, unity hardened, and from that point on, Argentina never wavered. No team in the tournament came closer to their collective spirit. Having won 2 Copa Americas and 1 World Cup in the past 5 years, they've also firmly reasserted themselves as a global powerhouse, and now are chasing back-to-back World Cup titles, something only 2 nations have ever achieved. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, we'd be incredibly grateful if you subscribed. Your support helps us grow and continue creating the content you love. On paper, Argentina's 18-game qualifying campaign could hardly have gone better. They finished top of the CONMEBOL standings, 9 points clear of Ecuador. They defeated arch-rivals Brazil both home and away. And they boasted the best attacking record across the continent, with Messi's 8 goals earning him the title of top scorer in qualifying, surprisingly for the first time in his career. It looked like dominance, but context matters. For one, the rest of the pack were far from their strongest, with traditional heavyweights like Uruguay and Brazil stumbling to 4th and 5th place, respectively. There were warning signs for Scaloni's side too, most notably in defeats to Uruguay and Paraguay, plus a flat 1-1 draw at home to Colombia. Sandwiched between the qualifiers was a successful Copa America title defence. Yet even then, the lingering feeling was that Argentina never truly hit top gear. They were grinding out wins without playing particularly well, and it is a pattern that has largely followed them into the build-up to this year's World Cup. Their first warm-up friendly came in October, a narrow 1-0 win over Venezuela without Messi. Since then, however, meaningful tests have been scarce. After wrapping up 2025 with a 6-0 rout of Puerto Rico and a routine 2-0 win over Angola, Argentina belatedly scheduled 2 more friendlies in March against Mauritania and Zambia. But these are Farmer League caliber opponents and certainly not fixtures that reveal much about Argentina's true level. Surprisingly, while Zambia were comfortably thrashed 5-0, Mauritania, ranked 115th at the time, were only beaten 2-1, recorded even more shots than Argentina, and played as fiercely as the Shaolin soccer team. Of course, such lowly opposition rarely offers a genuine threat, and for them watching Messi play, let alone competing against him, is occasion enough. So it's understandable that Argentina's intensity dipped during these friendlies. But Scaloni wasn't having any of it. Nor was Emi Martinez, who even went as far as saying it was one of the worst friendlies they've ever played.
There was one moment, Dibu Martinez, the goalkeeper, who's not shy ever of giving his opinion, opened the door a little bit to that discontent. And after the friendly, I think it was against Zambia, they asked him this very same question, Claudia, and he said, yeah, how do we know where we're at if we're playing against Mauritania and Zambia?
To be fair, Argentina had little choice after their planned finalissima against Spain and Qatar was scrapped at late notice due to the conflict in the Middle East. By then, most top nations had already locked in their schedules, and although the Finalissima could have been moved to the Bernabeu, Argentina were understandably reluctant to stage such a marquee fixture in what would most certainly have been a partisan pro-Spain atmosphere. So how good are Argentina right now? Nobody can say for sure, but that's probably the point. This is a team that rarely shows its full hand before a World Cup, comfortable letting doubts linger and opponents second-guess their true level. And when the stakes are highest, they strike. The familiarity within Argentina's squad has forged something of a brotherhood built on shared battles and triumphs over the past half-decade. Yet it was that same continuity of an aging core that sparked the greatest concerns surrounding the team heading into this World Cup. 9 of the 26 players are now on the wrong side of 30, including several key starters, while at the other end of the scale only 3 are under 25, a clear shortage of youthful spark to balance the experience. At the back, the foundation that underpinned the 2022 triumph looks far less secure. Otamendi, now 38, is more vulnerable to being caught out. At the same time, Cristian Romero has struggled through a turbulent Spurs campaign, while Lisandro Martinez has only just recovered from a lengthy spell on the sidelines. Although Nahuel Molina remains a dependable option at right back, the 2 men who started as full-backs in the 2022 final, Tagliafico and Gonzalo Montiel, have both struggled with injuries. Even the ever-reliable Emi Martinez has faced scrutiny at club level, with a few basic errors creeping in at Aston Villa. But in Argentina colours? Bro is Super Saiyan. The midfield has lost a bit of bite too. Rodrigo de Paul, once the chief enforcer and now doubling as Messi's second bodyguard at Inter Miami, isn't quite as mobile at 31. While Enzo Fernandez, Leandro Paredes and McAllister have all endured inconsistent seasons at club level. But in the national shirt, every player across midfield and just as much in defence instantly turns into a warrior. In attack there is of course Lionel Messi, who at 38 just became the oldest player ever to score a World Cup hat-trick. The question is, when Messi rests, who steps up? Alvarez, comfortable wide, central or just off the striker, looks to be peaking at exactly the right time with Atletico. Lautaro Martinez has enjoyed another prolific season with Serie A champions Inter. And then there's the potential wildcard, Atletico's duo of Giuliano Simeone and Thiago Almada. In Nico Paz, the breakout star at Como, Argentina may even have a ready-made creative successor waiting. He drifts in from the right, links play intelligently and carries a hint of Messi's eye for a set piece. The talent is obvious, now it's about proving it when the opportunity arises. Because the reality is this, there is no replacing Messi just yet. No one else stitches everything together. No one else can conjure something from nothing when margins are razor thin. And no one else carries the same gravitational pull over a team. Just having him in the squad still changes everything. And it should this time too.
It felt like the motivation was always, let's get Messi to win a World Cup. Well, they've finally done it. So what's the motivation coming into this year's World Cup?
I think there are a couple of players, and again, back to what Scaloni has done right, is that he's found a couple of guys like a Nico Paz, Giuliano Simeone, Valentin Barco, Franco Mastantuono. These guys haven't won anything with Argentina. Not a Copa America, obviously not a World Cup. And then when you have, if you have Messi as a motivating factor to be on your team, it helps you take your game to the next level along with the togetherness of the group.
So are his teammates, and I think that's the freedom with which they play. They give him the ball, he problem solves for them, they move ahead of the ball knowing full well that he's going to find them. And today, when he couldn't find them, no worries, no issues, no problems, I'll take care of it myself. Hat-trick, another yet impressive performance in what has been a one-of-a-kind career.
If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more content like this. Also, don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you never miss a beat. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.